Hello everyone, it's Gladius, and I got a really fast one for you today. We got something we can take advantage of that dropped a little bit early, right before Phase 2, to help us get caught up and get ready for Phase 2. We got some recap to do. We got a huge feature that just launched actually a little bit early by surprise for Phase 2. And also we got an answer to a big question. Let's get through this fast so you can take advantage as quick as possible. Agron himself, in an interview he had with the Comeback Kids, where he talked about this bow that's been causing some a lot of us to scratch our heads on exactly why anybody would want this. This strength buff doesn't really seem super useful. Its fast attack speed doesn't really hit the mark when it comes to what hunters are going to be wanting. So what really makes this thing an epic thing to get? Somehow we all missed it.
So the hunter bow in particular, let me just point out something someone might not have noticed. That effect, that's not an on-hit effect. That's an equip effect. And there's a key difference there. That means it can proc off of multiple different things, not just shots with the bow. So
proc effect implies that it can be procced from multiple sources. It doesn't just have to be procced from range attack. This would also theoretically proc on a melee attack as well. Straight from the words of Agron himself in the interview with the Comeback Kids, this was just a big no duh moment for me, at least. Next, I'm going to summarize what we heard from both. There was a ScotteJaye and also Comback Kids did interviews with the developers themselves on a bunch of things related to Season of Discovery, and each of them were about a half hour long. Now, I have to say, I watched both of them. There wasn't a whole lot of new information really dropped. It was a lot of rehashing things that we've already discussed, datamined, but just stuff that's already been announced. They just brought it up and talked a little bit about the philosophies behind some of the decisions they had. But let's talk about the important stuff that kind of hints to things to come. There were a couple things. So first, no dual spec. That is not something that is coming out with Phase 2, but keep your eye out for the future because it is something that they're actively thinking about towards later phases. But Phase 2, no dual spec. In the interview with the Comeback Kids, they did mention that there was a couple of belt runes that were leaked about like Howling Blast for paladins and stuff like that. They didn't stamp out the idea that some of these other class abilities from a Death Knight class or the class that's not available to be brought to another class like Howling Blast to paladins, but they didn't seem super confident that that was something that they were going to do. So, and honestly, if I just wanted to summarize both those up in just a couple sentences, those are the big takeaways for brand new stuff. The rest of the stuff has been data mined, posted in other places, and talked about already. So in Phase 2, we are going to get access to something called the Winds of Discovery. It's a buff that's going to enhance the amount of experience we gain by 50%. So if you're like me, re-rolling on a different server, just trying to get a couple more level 25s before Phase 2 drops, this is your chance to do it because you get 2 days head start on this before Phase 2 even drops itself. So go out there, get your level 25s, and get ready for Phase 2. Now, everyone, I have a leveling guide in the description. If it's not there, it's coming out very soon. And also, if you're leveling up a hunter, I have a rune guides, spec guides, and a bunch of considerations for you and your brand new hunter to get to level 25 with this brand new buff, Winds of Discovery. Go ahead and take advantage of this. Get ready for Phase 2. I'll see you there. I have a ton of content coming out about Phase 2 as we get more information and also as it drops here on Thursday. So if you want to stay tuned for that, hit the sub button and I'll see you in the future videos. And everyone, if the video did help you out today, please heroic strike that like button. If you want to stay tuned for more WoW content in the future, please bash and subscribe. I appreciate your time and I'll see you in the next one.